take it away.
Hello, everybody. It's good to see you all. Hope you're all enjoying the marathon so far. My name is Dangerous. I run a great many things, mostly shooters, but I have a little bit of a variety in my repertoire. And I'm going to be bringing you a run of Rage any percent today. Joining me on the couch, I brought a good friend of mine, Mr. Meta_Live. Meta, hello.
Hey, Dane, thanks for having me today. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hi, everyone. My name is Meta. You may have seen me around the site as community manager. I also run a lot of different things, mainly focused around like FPS and movement, you know, cool glitches and things like that. I have not picked up the Rage run, but I have seen it a fair bit. It's very, very cool, and you're definitely in for a treat.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, well, I am ready to get this going if we all are. We've got a little bit of a cutscene here. However, I have started the cutscene and then paused it right before it ends. That way you don't have to sit through what is a literal 38-minute cutscene every single reset. Don't ask me how painful that was when I was grinding for PBs way back when. So I'm going to unpause. We're going to drag it down a little bit. I'm going to give you a countdown based off of Live Split because I need Live Split for this because Live Split has the route embedded into it. And I, even after running this game for almost 4 years now, I still don't know the route entirely by heart without Live Split. So we're going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, good
We
luck.
start by looking up.
Good luck.
Thank you. And then we look down. Then we mash enter, and we're going to reload checkpoint. It's not the most exciting start to a run. However, it is the way this run starts. Now, fun little fact. If you reload checkpoint here, when you have the DLC installed, you will end up outside. If you do not have the DLC installed, you restart that cutscene. Why does the DLC change that? We have no idea. That's just how it is. It's bizarre.
It's just id Tech things.
It's just id Tech things. So, this is John Goodman.
Hey, you! Over here!
That is Golden Globe nominee John Goodman of Hollywood fame.
It ain't safe here. Get in.
Now, he wants us to get in the car. However, getting in the car is slow. That starts a 3.5-minute cutscene that we do not want to sit through. So instead, we're going to jump up here, jump up here, jump up here. We're going to line up on the fence right here. Going to jump. Oh, I had it, and I bounced out. Hold, please. And we're going to jump over the fence.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Now, if you were to try to just run straight up the road and exit that way, John would headshot you in one fell swoop. So you have to do it that way. Otherwise, oops, bounce backward a little bit. Otherwise, you will just get insta-killed. But luckily, collision in this game is a little bit wonky, and we can skip a lot of things by abusing it. Now, in order to actually progress things properly, we have to hit a load zone. And not only is the Ghost Hideout the closest load zone, it's actually the only one we have access to, so it's the one we have to do. So we're going to come back here in a minute. My jump got dropped. And now that we've actually hit that load zone, Dan will have deloaded the buggy from down there, and he'll actually be in the place that he's supposed to be after that cutscene plays through. So you'll notice that I am kind of jumping and moving around kind of weird here. This is called VQ3 strafe hopping. This is a kind of standard movement thing with the way that the id Tech engine is processed. Meta, you know a little bit about the id Tech engine. Would you like to explain? Actually, before we do that, I want to just let everyone know. Normally, you go through the doors. However, here we're just going to go through the wall instead, because that's how that works. We call that paper clipping, and that is something that is also staple with id Tech. So,
Oh wow, is that like that's like the same paper clipping?
same thing? It's id Tech
That's
specific.
wild.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
pretty funny.
To talk about paper clipping or bee hopping or any number of amazing things that are already happening in this run.
Well,
but yeah, I'll give a quick rundown of.
So before we
go
do
for
that,
it.
before we do that, there was one other thing. You'll notice how, like, talking to Dan, you'll notice I like talked to him and then ran away, and then talked to him and then ran away. That is actually the main bit of speed tech that we're going to do. You can just skip people's dialogue by talking to them and then running away from them. And doing that over the course of the entire run saves about 2 hours. It's actually a pretty significant amount of time. Now, you can't do that in real life. If you do that in real life, people get really upset with you. So you can only do that in this game. Just in the game, not in real life. Very key thing to note there. But yeah, Meta, you can talk through either paper clipping or VQ3 strafe hopping, or talk through things as I run through the ghost hideout here.
I guess I'll ask this first. Is there more paper clips in the run? Because that's awesome.
There is one. It's not going to look like a paperclip, but because it is going to be one. Also, what's everybody's favorite room in their house? This is important.
Office?
The office? Okay, that's fair. Huds?
Oh, I'd pick the kitchen. I love to cook.
Oh, same here. I love cooking. That's,
so we're all going
my main
to Hud's
hobby.
house after this. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
heck yeah.
Let's
You're all invited.
Party at Hud's house. Now, one of my other favorite rooms in the house is, in fact,
Take him to the kill.
it's the kill room. We're going to the kill room. He's taking us to the kill room. Now, if you don't know what the kill room is, understandable. It's like the living room, but the opposite.
I like my prey to know what's coming.
Thanks. I hate it.
All right, Meta, so would you like to talk through paper clipping or anything like that while we do the defibrillator tutorial right here?
Yeah, let's do some paper clipping while we have this this stuff going on here. So paper clipping, I believe, was originally found in IDTech 5 in Doom 2016. Essentially, it's just like there's a tiny little gap in where the planes of like walls and things like that meet, or different, you know, you can even do it on like sloped ledges, but it's sort of another collision bug within IDTech. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I didn't even know that it applied to Rage. This is IDTech 3, so presumably this would be
3, yes.
So presumably this would be in IDTech 3, 4, and 5? Question mark, I think.
Depends on how things were coded in Tech 4.
Yeah, unless it was patched in the game layer. But it makes me actually
not want to die there.
It makes me want to go test like Evil Within and whatnot as well.
I think it was tested in Evil Within. It didn't work, but yeah. Yeah, you only have to kill the guys in this room. This guy always lives for some reason. There we go. And then that was the whole mission. Was Dan sent you here to kill everybody, but you only have to kill everything in that last room, and he thinks everyone's dead, so it's fine. What he doesn't know won't hurt him, unless the ghosts come to the settlement and find him. But that won't happen.
Dude, trigger enemies? Is this Rage the Boomer shooter?
It's a trigger enemy thing, but yeah. For whatever reason, those enemies in that last room. And it's not even those specific enemies. It's just enemies that are in the last room. If any of them follow you into that room, they also have to die. It's just that room has to be empty in order for the mission trigger to update.
Okay, so strafe hopping. Now that we're back here, so obviously this is way faster than a vehicle. Normally you would be driving around in cars and whatnot in Rage, but why do that when you can go Mach 5 with your feet? So if you've seen, you know, any sort of source movement, or if you've watched runs of Quake or anything like that, this is pretty similar to that, especially Quake, because IDTech is taken from the Quake engine. Quake has what's called strafe jumping or circle strafing. There's a couple different names for it, I believe. This is very similar to that, but not quite. But it basically boils down to Dane is going to be jumping while looking to the right and holding the associated strafe key. So, for example, assuming you had WASD bindings, if you were looking to the right, you would hold D. If you were looking to the left, you would hold A. This basically, I don't know, it optimizes like the air acceleration that's in the game. I forget exactly how it works.
Yeah, it's basically because your forward momentum is capped, you're able to increase the movement speed above the cap by adding your side movement into it. But in order to actually make it work, you have to like constantly turn your vector from one side to the other, and you have to turn it more the more you go. So in theory, if you were on a long enough plane for like a long enough of a distance, you'd have to like completely turn around to speed up, which would be very goofy looking, and we're never going to have nearly enough speed to actually pull that off. But it's kind of funny that that can happen. This is Nolan North, by the way.
I did not know that. That's cool. They got some really great VAs for this.
Yeah, you got John Goodman, you got Nolan North, Phil Lamar is also in this, and then of course our king Stephen Bloom, we will be meeting later, plays a very prominent role in the late game.
If you find any trace of him,
Also, in back on the topic of like air strafing and whatnot, in this game, obviously it's called VQ3 strafe hopping, which is an interesting, very non-sexy name for this. But
Yeah, really.
if you want to know like a lot more about how it works, especially since this is so prevalent in so many different kinds of movement speed games, the speedrunner Zweek has a YouTube channel where he goes into a lot of different like mechanics and stuff like that. And he has a video called "Okay, but how does air strafing actually work?" I don't know if you've seen this one, Dane, but it's a 37-minute deep dive into how air strafing, air acceleration, and all that kind of stuff interacts across, sort of from like a high level of like all games that have it. Really, really phenomenal video.
I think I actually might have seen this. I think Zen sent it to me like once upon a time, long time ago. So I think he was trying to explain how to do strafe hopping, because I kind of learned how to do it from this game. So
yeah, if you're a giant nerd like me, go for it.
Yeah, so normally you're supposed to go over there to grab the lever. However, we can grab it from down here. And then we have to come in here, grab that item, and then we normally have to be up there already to grab the zip line. However, we're going to grab it from down here again. So that's called extendo grabbing. And Meta, you are kind of one of our resident experts on extendo grabbing, if you want to tell the fine folks at home how the heck that works.
Yeah, so I think it's really just a theory. I mean, we don't have access to any of the source code or anything like that.
True.
But this is yet another transfer between id Tech games. So once again, in Doom 2016, I believe this was originally discovered in, but it also applies to this game specifically with like the, what is it? Oh, I'm blanking. The what the heck is it called? Monocle. Thank you. The monocle attachment for the revolver here. Because of the zoom, and in Doom with other weapons that have like the zoom in effect, it's some weird quirk with how they've programmed the zoom to work in such that it basically like puts your player hitbox forward. I don't believe that's like actually what it does, but it may as well be. It puts your player hitbox forward for like a few frames.
Moves forward like partially because of the zoom, but yeah. It's weird.
And it lets you interact with things from very far away for just like a few frames. I don't know that anyone, except for maybe Sabuline Horizon, has like a true understanding for how it works, but lets you grab things from really far away when you're not supposed to. And I mean, in that hideout, instead of clearing the entire hideout, which would take probably 2 or 3 minutes, you can you can interact with a couple of things and get out of there within 20 seconds. So it's very, very useful.
Yeah, it's not quite a few minutes, but it's definitely faster than running up the ladder and having to go around and hit the lever from up there. And yeah, it's a pain. Doing it from down there is way faster. Okay, so we're headed back to the settlement over here, and then we're gonna get one more mission. This is actually gonna be the last time we go inside the settlement, unless you do the DLC. But we're not doing the DLC. We're gonna talk to Johan. He's gonna give us another mission. Basically, we're just picking up car parts to fix a buggy that was in the garage of that guy we just talked to back at the Hagar settlement. Right after we talked to John Goodman. Sorry, Dan Hagar, excuse me. And we're coming back in here. However, where we went right last time, now we're going to go left once we get to the junction up here. And then that little pop-up right there was to inform us that we just got a hold of a new weapon type called Fat Boys. These are a heavy round for the pistol, and they have a tendency to do big damage. And you'll see these in action in this next area. There's like a little mini boss fight that we have to do, and the Fat Boys make pretty quick work of this fight. So, and we are in. So this is the Bandit Garage, or it's called the Wasted Garage. This is where we are going to be given lock grinders. We are going to craft one to open this door, and then we are never going to make another one again. It is entirely optional. It is just used to get like craftable ideas. I don't know why I couldn't throw that nade. That was weird. We're just running through here. It's basically a big long fetch mission, although it's a fetch mission interspersed with a bunch of combat sections that we're supposed to do if we didn't just run right past them. And this is as you can see, there's a lot of like really narrow hallways here. This is very difficult to navigate without bumping into everything. And it's especially more difficult when you're trying to like strafe hop and do it that way. Move, sir. All right, gonna grab that. Gonna grab these beer bottles. Just gonna kind of grab like little bits of trash here and there because I need to sell them for later. The money routing is Not extremely tight, but it's tight enough that I do need to be a little bit careful with it. All right, so we're going to switch to the Fat Boys. And then this is a mini boss here, and this is going to take a little bit to fight him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mini boss over.
Nice.
We're going to bonk him, run past this guy, grab these nades, grab this last car part, and then we can head on out of here. Move, sir. All right. So we're going to go into the wasteland. Now, Zen, the world record holder for this run, he is very fast at strafe hopping. I am less fast, so I'm instead going to just carjack these guys and steal their buggy. Partly because it's faster for me to do this. It's faster for him to just strafe hop all the way back to the Hagar settlement. I'm going to take the buggy because it's a little faster for me to do this. But also, if I can angle this correctly, we are going to get the Wilhelm scream, and I'm going to try my best to guarantee this. So, give me 1 second. Ah, didn't work. No. There we go.
Nice.
You get a Wilhelm scream off of that, which is pretty funny. All right, gonna talk to DR. I'm gonna stand in the doorway. Come on. Do it. No. So that's an extended grab on the tow truck radio. If you get that first try, it saves maybe a quarter of a second. If you don't get it first try, you start losing time. But it's cool. It's so swaggy.
You gotta go for the swag shots in a marathon.
You gotta go for the swag stuff, especially in a marathon. All right, so now we gotta go talk to John Goodman. Excuse me, Dan Hagar. Excuse me. We gotta talk to him one more time. He's gonna give us another mission where we have to blow up a wall with a bunch of dynamite. And the reason why is because the entire rest of the map right now is cut off from us. So he gives us this sniper rifle. We are literally never gonna use this once in the entire game. It is slow. So instead, we are going to just rush in, let all these guys just fire at will, throw the dynamite on, and then speed on out of here. And that little ding right there tells us that the wall is blown up, and we now have access to the rest of the map. So I have to go talk to John Goodman. Dan Hagar, excuse me. I have to go talk to him again. Ooh, the door stayed open. That's a cool little bug. That door usually closes, but every once in a while you get maybe 1 out of every 10 runs, that door stays open, and it's kind of nice because you don't have to slow down. Just go straight through.
Can you make the trip?
I would love to see a TAS of this game.
Yeah, so that's going to be one of the last times that we talked to John Goodman, Dan Hagar, excuse me, before the last mission where we actually talked to him for the last time. That's coming up not soon-ish, but it won't be too terribly far away. Now we're headed to Wellspring. This is actually another town that makes a recurrence in Rage 2, if you've ever played that game. Though it looks much different in Rage 2 versus in this one. But yeah, now that we have the access to the rest of the map, we can access all of the other areas that were otherwise inaccessible to us, at least in the Northern Wasteland, or the Eastern Wasteland? Either Northern or Eastern. I always mix up which one is which. So we're going to talk to the guard here. We're going to talk to him again. We have to sit through a dialogue bit with the mayor right there, so I'm going to extend to grab that guy's sniper rifle just to steal his ammo. He was using the sniper rifle as I stole it from him. I just want to point that out because that's awesome. Very, very funny to me. So we are now in Wellspring. This is the first time we're going to see this of 10 times or something. It's kind of ridiculous. And then every time we go into this city, we have to talk to different people in a different order. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna run in here, grab that bobblehead on his desk. You'll see why later. And this is the mayor. So we're just going to talk to him, run out of his office, run back in, talk to him. And then for here, we have to go talk to the vendor. His name is Coffer because they wanted to just be a little bit too on the nose with that one. So this is Coffer. Whoops. And then we're going to grab the 4th outfit. This 4th outfit is exclusive to the DLC. If you play this game without the DLC, you only get the first 3 outfits. And you need the 4th one because the 4th one actually has all of the other 3 outfit perks combined into one. And the whole game has been routed to include all of them. So you need the DLC installed in order to do that. This is the first of 2 races we're going to do. These are required in order to cycle the main quest, which sucks because this race is always 1 minute and 30 seconds. Every single time. It does not matter what you do to speed this up. It is always 1 minute and 30 seconds. We have tested this extensively.
Why is that the case? Like,
Don't know.
How? Why? What?
Yeah, unless you start bonking on the walls, in which case you're going to extend the time frame of completing this race by, you know, however long it takes you. Yeah, it's always 1 minute and 30 seconds, just for some bizarro reason. We've never been able to find a way to speed it up. But yeah, we're grabbing these little thruster packs here. You'll notice my thruster gauge at the bottom is, you know, that's how much acceleration I have. Now, we kind of abuse the acceleration in these races. That's more of a placebo slash hope kind of thing, because it doesn't actually speed you up. All it does is it gets you up to max speed faster. But if you're already at max speed, that acceleration doesn't actually speed you up. It just kind of feels good to hit the buttons, so we do.
Speedrunner code. It's like increasing FOV because it looks faster.
Yeah, basically. It doesn't actually speed you up. It just feels like it does. And placebos are a potent little drug that we like to take, because it doesn't actually affect anything.
You
yeah,
get a nice
notice,
little dopamine hit every time.
Exactly. But you'll notice in the corner, 1 minute and 30 every time without fail. This is like nothing we can do to speed that up for some reason. But yeah, so now that we've gotten that race out of the way, we're going to talk to Rusty. This guy's voiced by Fred Tatasciore. We're going to, whoops, that is not the right thing. We're going to buy a bunch of armor defense. That's just because we have a bunch of money right now, and if we don't bank that somewhere, we're going to lose it coming up soon, and we need that money for later, because like I said, money routing's tight in this run. So I'm going to talk to the mayor again. We have to actually run up and hit the railing in order to cycle through his dialogue. His radius is going to change on that later, but for right now we have to actually like mash up into the railing to skip him. This guy's voiced by Phil Lamar. Just need to talk to him. There we go. And then we have to talk to the sheriff. Whoop. And then we are good to go. We can head back to the Hagar settlement. So this is going to be the last time that we go see John Goodman. Dan Hagar, excuse me. In the entire game. We're actually never going to talk to John Goodman again. Sorry, Dan Hagar. I keep doing that. We're going to fast travel. And this is part of why we banked our money in those things we bought from Rusty, because every time you fast travel, it costs up to $100. So if you have more than $100, it costs you $100. If you have less than $100, it costs you however much you have left. If you have $0, it's free.
Good to see. I know you took some.
So we did all that just to get the crossbow, and then we can head back to Mick, and that is required. You have to get the crossbow. All right, so now we're going to talk to the mayor. We're going to talk to Sheriff Black, and then we are going to talk to Jackie Weeks. He is the crier outside of the race. He's going to assign us the second race mission that we have to do. Now, for whatever reason here, we don't have to run all the way to the railing. We could just run to the doorway, and his radius has changed. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So I keep bumping into everything, which is my propensity. And I'm going to go for a strat called Fast Sheriff here. Nice. So every time you skip his dialogue, he will lean back over the table, and you have to sit through his animation and wait. But if you wait like 1 extra second, he will not do that, and then you can just skip, like, you could just do all his dialogue straight. And it is a nice time save. It's like 3 or 4 seconds of time save. All right, so this is Jackie Weeks. He is voiced by... oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. The guy who played Colonel Volgin in Metal Gear Solid 3. Neil Ross. So if you are a Metal Gear Solid 3 fan, there you go. And you're gonna see him again later in the run too. He appears multiple times. All right, but we talked to both the mayor and the sheriff to get 2 quest lines that we have to complete. We're gonna go do the mayor's quest line first, because if we did the sheriff's quest line first, we would have to fast travel twice, which is going to cost us. We'd have to fast travel 3 times, which would cost us more money than if we fast travel twice. Because every fast travel costs up to $100. But yeah, this is a fairly long drive into the Feltrite craters. So, Huds, if you got anything you'd like to tell the fine folks at home, now it would be a great time.
I would love to. Thank you so much, Dane. Yeah, we've had a couple of donations in. Our first one from Tempest Mask 1000 donates $2.23 and says, I have a keyboard and therefore I must rage. Dane's always the guy to keep it objective in the sights of his crosshair. Best of luck, man. Thank you very much for that dono. That one's gone to our Metal Gear Solid 3 incentive. I'll give you a little update on that in a second, because we also had a $64 anonymous donation. Thank you very much for that. No comment on that one, but that also went to our incentive. So chat, we are less than $75 away from meeting that incentive. It sits at $275.91. We need 350. We are so close. Now's the time. Let's get that one finished and get it over the line. Back to you, Dane.
Thank you. You'll notice just now, I didn't actually push the button or pull the lever to open the thing. I just grabbed the Feltrite sample through the wall because, like I said, collision is brokey in this game. So yeah, this is what I mean. This engine is held together with duct tape and hope, and not much else. But yeah, we fast traveled back to Wellspring. That's just to not have to drive all the way back ourselves. Now, Zen, the world record holder I was talking about before, he bunny hops all the way over here. I can't do that. I mean, I can, but I'm slow. I'm much faster driving, so I just drive this whole way. Instead, it is about the same amount of time for me. And then this gets us to MBTV. If you played Rage 2, this is also in Rage 2. It's basically a horde mode thing, but you win a lot of money through here. So not only is it required, but it's actually how we're going to deal with most of the vendoring for later in the game, or at least a big chunk of the first part of it. So we have to sit through this little cutscene thing here. This is actually a great time to ask Meta Huds, what is your favorite compound word?
I'm gonna let Huds take that one.
Not me furiously Googling compound word.
Speedrun. Just say speedrun.
Speedrun is a great compound word.
Anyways, we have to sit through this until this door opens, so we're just kind of like chilling, waiting. But yeah, there's 4 rounds, technically 5, but there's 4 arenas. And so we have to just get through all of these as fast as we can. Luckily, there's not a ton of RNG here, but there's a little bit. So first, so I have to stand in the circle to start the thing. First dude always jumps over this railing. Sir. Second one pops out of one of these 2 pipes. It was the left one that time. We got one dude here. Please. Got one dude here. Another one's going to jump here. Oh my god, my aim is awful right now. All right, now these pipes are going to lower.
To the shot.
Yeah. All right, so this part is RNG. They will spawn out of any one of these pipes. Now, your accuracy actually does matter here, because your accuracy is tied to the amount of money that you make at the end of it all. All right, so we're going to get 4 pillar things to pop out here. We got 4 guys, 1 in each pillar. Oh my god, ignore my terrible aim. All right, we're going to take these 2 guys out. We got 2 more here, 1 here, 1 here, and that is that round. 88% is not great, but we'll make do. Just going to grab these real quick. Now, the enemy spawns are always consistent here. However, the timing at which they spawn in sometimes changes, and I don't think it's RNG. I think it's like a load time thing, or like a loading issue of some kind. But yeah, you get 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and then we're going to get 3 on the left. 2, 3, and then 4 more. We're going to get 1 through here. This guy's always hard to see. There we go. Okay.
Is there like a bit of bloom on the shot if you don't zoom in with the...
If you don't zoom in, yes. Like it's a very subtle amount, but it's there. All right. So here we've got a jackpot. So I'm gonna switch. I don't want to use my fat boys on this because this is just a slot machine round. But the slot machine round is actually pretty important because, like I said, we need to get a lot of money for later, and so we have to get the money symbol, the red money symbol, 3 times in a row. That is gonna give us a lot of money. We have to just avoid the red skulls. So we cannot get the red skulls, like, no matter what, or that's going to be really bad. And oh no, I got the red skull. Oh no, that sucks. Oh no, what are we going to do? Oh well, that sucks. Don't worry, Chad, it's fine. This is planned. Yeah, I always get a lot of lag here for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. So the stream is going to hit you a little bit. That's not your computer. It is very much the game. I don't know why. It seems to lag in this spot, in that specific round, and the beginning of this next one as well. All right, so if you played this game, which you probably didn't, which is understandable, there is an Easter egg in here that almost nobody knows about, but it's actually how we're going to be able to fund our monetary endeavors coming up. So you'll see that these little lights that are being held by this octopus, we're going to shoot these 3 lights, and then the dope fish is going to spawn in. We're going to take that guy out. Now, for each time you shoot the dope fish, you're going to get a big wad of money. There you are. We're going to get one guy here. Take him out. We're going to get one here. Going to get a couple others on this side. Going to get one out of here, one here, and then 2 more here. That one, sir, and that one. That's a very low accuracy score, but that should be okay. That's 4 out of 5 rounds. Now we got one more round, and oh god, oh my god, this guy's huge. All right, so we're gonna throw a nade, and we're just gonna shoot him. Well, that was easy. Don't worry, we're not going to be using buckshot for the rest of the run. We're actually going to get a much better ammo type coming up soon. But that is MBTV. That was not terrible, all things considered, although it could have been a little bit better. Definitely not my gold. Not anywhere near my gold split, but faster than my PB, technically speaking. All right, so we are going to go back to Mick, and we are going to turn in a bunch of the quests that we've got, and we are going to pick up a bunch more in order to cycle through things. Oops, I switched to the wrong menu. There we go. So we need to go talk to the mayor. We're going to give him the Feltrite sample, or rather turn that quest in, and then we need to go do the other race. So luckily this person gets off the bar here, so it's a little bit easier to get up here the second time around.
Well, good. But whatever it is you got.
Old man Kavasi here.
Take that sample to him.
Right, so that's one quest down. Now we need to go talk to... I went the wrong way. That's fine. We need to go talk to Jackie. He's the crier outside. We just need to, like, get one dialogue with him, and then we can talk to Slim. Slim also, by the way, is voiced by Nolan North. And yeah, so this is the second race. Luckily, this is the last one we have to do at any percent. And this race is really tough, so I need to really lock in for this. Sorry, did I say it was really tough? I mean, I have a weapon that can just instantly kill everything. I'm so glad.
They're just gone.
I'm so glad that JK sponsored our race. Yeah. So now, those guys will respawn. They don't just die forever. They do respawn. You'll notice that they show up on the little mini map in the upper right corner. And since there's other racers, we're going to go ahead and grab the thruster packs just so they don't get access to them. Not that it really matters, because I have 5 more charges of that instant kill weapon. So if they were to actually catch up, it's fine. I can instantly destroy them. But also, if you get to the point where you're about to lap them, they actually permanently despawn. I think they have all despawned already. So, yeah. So yeah, this is a good spot. HUDs, you've got about 30 seconds to read off anything you would like.
Fantastic, thank you very much. I just want to remind everyone that we are fundraising for Gate. Global Action for Trans Equality. They are a absolutely fantastic charity, a global-led trans-led advocacy organization dedicated to advancing gender equality for all. Their missions working towards justice and equality for trans, gender diverse, and intersex communities. If you hit !donate in the chat now or click the link in the pinned message, you can donate to this wonderful charity. 100% of your donations will be going direct to them. And don't forget, put it towards our target when you are donating. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Absolutely.
It's a great cause, everybody. Let's try and meet that Metal Gear Solid 3 incentive by the end of this run. I feel like we could do that.
All carrot.
Oh, we so can.
All right. Fast Sheriff.
I'm glad you got the northern one.
Oh, so, okay. So, yeah. So if you don't get Fast Sheriff, he does that between each segment. We got one fast cycle, but we didn't get the second one. But that's fine. All right. So we're going to go to the northern tower, and we're going to talk to... We're going to talk to Dr. Anton Kvasir. Before we do that, we have to do a... What's the opposite of a fetch mission? A drop-off mission? A drop-off mission. Right? Yeah. That makes sense. We'll call it that. We have to do a drop-off mission. Something like that. Now, this guy will sometimes troll me, and he'll front-end me sometimes, and it's very annoying when he does. So, there's an RC car. Do we get speed up? We don't get speed up. That RC car is RNG. If it gets close to you, it'll blow up. And if it blows up right behind you, it'll actually give you a tiniest little speed boost that'll save you maybe a quarter of a second. It's not game breaking, but it's a nice little time frame. So we'll speed up here. We're going to actually park real quick. We're going to talk to Kvasir. This gets the bridge lowered so that we can actually get into his little housing area. But while we're waiting for that, we're gonna go do the drop-off thing first. We're just dropping off some supplies to Curtis right here, and then we can drive straight away. All right, now we are going to very gently park the car. It's fine, chat. Like I said, we can repair the car for $100. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So this is Kvasir. Kvasir is also voiced by Neil Ross, who, as I said before, is Volgan from Metal Gear Solid 3. Coming up later in the marathon. So you're going to get to hear a lot of Neil Ross today. And you get to hear even more Neil Ross if you donate for the All Keratins incentive. Just saying. By the way, who likes Out of Bounds?
Oh, I love Out of Bounds.
That was a paperclip.
Are we in Blender?
Yeah, we're just Out of Bounds. Kind of looks like a keyhole from this angle. Yeah. Yeah, that is a paperclip. That's how you get Out of Bounds. And then we're just kind of stuck here for a minute. Oh no! How am I going to get out? How am I going to get out of here if we're stuck? And we're warped back in bounds. That's the only time you can do that. If you try to do that during the other Kvasir cutscenes, you're hard locked. You have to reload checkpoint. Yeah, we are sitting through a 3-minute cutscene here. This is 3 minutes, and there's no way to skip this dialogue. So, Huds, if you want to tell us more about Gate or anything else you'd like to share, upcoming incentives, maybe? Stuff like that?
I'd absolutely love to. Yeah, we've only got the one incentive open at the moment, that Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater incentive. We're going to upgrade that run to all Keratans if we meet that. That run's coming up in about 2 hours' time. So it is coming up soon. We're going to need to make sure we get that one met really, really shortly, chat. We're also currently on $3,590.90. I love the pattern matching there, by the way. It does good things for my brain, so thank you, chat. But I would love to see a $10 donation to push us over to $3,600. That would make me even happier, to be honest. Speaking of Gate, though, and where your money's going, for those of you that don't know, Gate was actually founded in 2009, and to this day remain the only international organization that's focused on issues relating to gender identity, gender expression, and sex characteristics. They were actually initially founded as a trans network to coordinate, facilitate, and advocate for a united trans movement globally. But they do work with international decision-making and funding mechanisms, including the WHO, UNAIDS, and the Global Fund, as well as engaging at the UN Human Rights Council to bring awareness of and engagement with TGDI issues at the global level. So your donations really do matter. They have such a huge impact, not just locally at home, but at an international level. So please do get your donations in. Click that link in chat. Give us your money so we can give it to an amazing cause.
Yeah, we're fundraising for a really great cause here today. And you know what? Why don't we get a $5 dono train started and tell us about your favorite glitches, strategies, speed tech in your favorite speed game. Let's hear about it. My personal favorite is Slidey McGunny in the Control speedrun.
So good.
Where you turn into a gun and slide around. And yeah, go look at that run. But also, yeah, let's start that dono train and tell us about your favorite glitches, speed tech, strategies, anything.
Heck yeah.
I'd love to tell you about one that was found yesterday.
Ooh. I would love to hear it.
So genuinely,
we'll have time for it. Actually, there's going to be 2 more Kvasir cutscenes later, so I will send it back over to you for that one when we get there.
That's fine.
We're about to do the first vendoring of the run. Ooh, did we get? Oh, we got Fast Sheriff again on everything but the last dialogue. Rip. All right. Now this is where the run actually is going to start to pick up, because now we're going to get to do like some really good out of bounds. In fact, we're going to do the second coolest skip in the run coming up shortly. So I'm going to talk to Coffer, and then I'm going to sell all of my, not all of my ammo, but like a big chunk of my ammo. And then we're going to buy the pop rockets. I'm gonna buy 36 explosive packs. We're gonna buy 25 of these, 25 of these, 5 of these, and then just the rest is gonna be buckshot. All right. Actually, this might be a good time for you to share that, because we have to build all of the RC cars and pop rockets. Unfortunately, when you hit build all, it doesn't just do the animation once and you're done. You have to sit through every single one of these. One by one. id software. Why did you do it this way?
I'm tempted to just leave you staring at the camera right now. It's brilliant.
It's very annoying. I don't know why they did. Why they couldn't just have a build all. It does it one time and then you have all 25. But nope, you have to sit through every single one of these. Did I actually have the exact amount of buckshot needed to? There's no way. There's no way this actually is the exact amount I needed. I'm gonna end up with 0 and 0 when this is done. No way. That's incredible.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is, you love to see that. All right, so now we are headed to Shrouded Bunker. This is the, not the first dungeon, but like kind of the first major dungeon. And Shrouded Bunker is going to actually allow us to do a skip called Shrouded Bunker Skip. Now, if you don't know what Shrouded Bunker Skip is going to allow us to skip the Shrouded Bunker. Press 1 in chat if you didn't see that coming. Okay, so Shrouded Bunker is innocuously placed right here. We're going to just park the car right here, and we are going to bounce our way in. Now, these RC cars are a detonation device. There's a bomb planted in each one of them. I'm going to grab that one. I'm going to come over here and grab that one real quick before I lose it. And I'm going to drive... Whoa! That was weird. We're going to drive into here. Steer our way into here and then blow that up. That is going to open up this wall. Took a little bit of damage in there, but we're playing on easy, so it's fine. And now I'm going to switch ammo types. Just grab that real quick because these for later. Now, this is why we got the pop rockets. They're a little bit broken. They're kind of useful. Line it up right about there. I'm going to quick save just in case this goes wrong. This is the coolest skip. Not the coolest. This is the second coolest skip of the run. We use the railing there to just kind of get our way out of bounds.
Nice.
I'm going to line up right about here. We're going to switch the difficulty to Ultra Nightmare, the highest difficulty setting. I'm going to quick save. We're going to cook a grenade and then walk over the edge, blow ourselves up. We're going to continue falling while we're in this death animation. And we're going to defibrillator ourselves back up. And we are now underneath the map. We are going to then switch the difficulty back to easy mode. So that way we can tank a lot of damage, which we're going to have to do in a second. I bounce my way over here. Got the auto queue. I'm going to drop 5 RC cars. Okay, I'm going to save again because I can't see where they are. So I have to kind of guess. Oh, almost. This is kind of hard to... It's kind of hard to see what you're doing here. Oop, I'm going to drop a 6th because I'm having a little bit of trouble with this. And that gets us back in bounds.
Beautiful.
Thank you. We're going to come up to the second landing. I'm going to save here because this can go wrong depending on where you land. I'm going to jump over this railing. There we go. Land here. And I'll line up right on that. Push that, and then don't ask me why this works. It just does. So we're just going to climb up here.
It's interesting.
This keeps
like,
having to ride up that
kinda-
elevator because that elevator is actually coming up, but this is faster. Gonna get to here.
There's like a little bit of this in Doom, but certainly not for this long. Like,
Yeah.
you can kind of just do it like a little bit.
Yeah, so this part's a little weird. This is kind of like how we skipped the gate at the very beginning of the run. We're kind of trying to jump over a weird collision model there, and then that gets us out here. And we are out of the shrouded bunker. That saves about 2 minutes, as opposed to having to run through the bunker the long way. Kind of a nice time save. I also got a gold split on that one yesterday in a practice run, which is kind of cool. That was my first gold split on that skip in like 2 years. So that's kind of nice. And now we are headed to Dead City 1. And you might think to yourself, Dead City 1? Dane, that implies that there's a Dead City 2. Anyways, we're going into the Dead City now. I'm so annoyed at this area. So this Dead City 1 is a run killer. And it is on one dumb skip that will either go well or badly, depending on enemy placement. So I'm going to grab some of that ammo there. Switch to my grenades. And we've got a mini boss coming up. So we're going to get through past this little gate. Throw 2 nades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. GG's. And defeating him knocks this down. Come on. Lower the thing. There you go. Excuse me. I don't know why he decided to wait. He's like, oh, I'm on TV. I gotta prep my hair.
How trigger reliant is this game? Like, if you could say clip through or jump over that wooden board, would you be able to proceed? Or
I don't know. I don't think it's ever been able to be confirmed. But speaking of triggers, we've got a little indoor fight sequence here. This is supposed to be like the horror section of the run. They're gonna break these 2. We're going to have this guy break this down, take him out. This guy spawns here. We got 1 spawns here. 1 spawns here. We're gonna switch. Take that guy out. And door. I'm stuck. That was weird. I don't know what I got stuck on. That's never happened before. Okay. Oop. Gonna grab that to sell for later. Alright, I'm gonna take this guy out. We're gonna quick save. This is the part that will eat the run if we're not careful. Got it. Ooh, it's a little slow, but we got a first try. That's good. So that skips that. Speaking of jumping over a fence, that's the fence we can jump over. That up, please. And then we are basically stuck waiting for this gate to lower. Move, sir. Get out of the way. This button is inactive, as you can see. I can't push it. Go away. I have to wait for this button to actually become active, and then I can go away. We can open it, squeeze through here, and we are off to the second part of Dead City 1. All right, so here's the other paperclip I was talking about before. So if you jump onto this little corner piece right here, you can crouch down, and then you absolutely are doing a paperclip. It just doesn't look like it because it doesn't look like there's a wall there, but there's an invisible piece of collision, so it definitely counts. There we go. I can grab the ammo for some reason. Kill that guy, kill that guy, kill that guy. That is our 3 trigger enemies to open this door. Don't have to kill him, but he's usually in the way, so I do it anyway. And we are now going to be bunny hopping all the way to the one and only boss fight in this entire game. So hello? Sir, thank you. Oh my god, I'm stuck. So id Software is kind of notorious for making really good combat, but really terrible boss fights. So we grab the rocket launcher. This is the only weapon we can use for this fight. And they love their wall enemies. Case in point. So you have to shoot his stomach, and then he is going to grab a chunk of this building, and he is going to basically throw that at us. But if we shoot him in the stomach, he's now going to run forward, and luckily he tells us exactly where he's going to swing his hands. What a gentleman. And then we shoot him in the head. We're going to rinse and repeat this 2 more times. The fun fact, if you're playing this on easy mode, which we are, you actually cannot die during this fight. He actually does not do enough damage to kill you during this fight, so you literally cannot die if you play on easy mode. Normal, he will, if you just stand there and try and tank everything. But I just find that very amusing. But yeah, this is the one and only boss fight in the entire game. It is a little bit of a tragedy that we didn't get anything better than this. He's gonna rush in. He's gonna try and slam the ground 4 times. 2, 3, and 4, and headshot. And that's the fight. A little bit of disappointment there. Right, grabbing that ammo. Now, if we're fast enough, if we can get through here quickly enough. Ah, darn. I got that guy body blocked by that guy. Yeah, sometimes if you get through there fast enough, that guy won't spawn in, which means this guy also won't spawn in, which is kind of nice. But unfortunately, I bonked a little bit too much. And we rush through here all to get this. That is going to upgrade our defibrillator that we got at the beginning of the game. I guess technically we had it already. And that is going to let us die twice before we have to load checkpoint. Now I'm going to push up against this wall, partly because it's faster, partly because you can see through the wall once it gets to here, which is just kind of amusing. And then just take that guy out because he sometimes gets in the way. And we are going to just bounce through these halls until we get all the way to the end. All right, now we would normally fast travel at this point. However, we do have one other thing to do before we do that. We have to go talk to Dr. Kvasir one more time. Luckily, he's fairly close, so we just have to hop in and drive over to him. Now, you remember earlier, we gently parked the car, and then we repaired it for $100? Well, we are going to once again gently park the car. It's fine, chat. We can repair the whole thing for $100.
I wish.
Right. And this time, I promise I will actually pay attention, and I won't lose 7 seconds on the cutscene because I forgot to interact with him. That happened during the last one. Oopsie. Yeah. HUDs, do we have an update on the Metal Gear Solid incentive? Upgrade to all characters.
We absolutely do, Dane. We're a little bit closer now. We're at $290.91 because we've had a couple of donations come in. I'm going to start off with this one. We've had a $10 donation from Anonymous who wants to tell you, recently discovered in Outlast 2, the Lurch allows you to gain massive forward speed to ramp off slopes and turn the spooky game into a flight sim.
Anonymous, are you trying to get me to learn a new run?
Oh, I think so. I think so.
Oh,
Do we have time for another one?
Potentially,
go for it.
let's turn this into a pitching game. Let's hear your elevator pitches to get Dangerous to learn a new run.
Right.
I'd love that. We'll save the other one for later for you if you like, Dane.
Yeah. We'll have a 2.5-minute cutscene with Kavas here. Actually, coming up fairly soonish. We have to go turn in the last couple missions to the mayor and to the sheriff. And
In the
again,
meantime, chat, if you want to, help us meet that incentive and fundraise for an amazing cause in the meantime, please pitch us your speedruns. Let's hear about all the amazing stuff about the runs.
Get me to learn a new run.
And we'll read those out at the next cutscene.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to turn in these last two. The dialogue on the mayor and the sheriff in this cutscene is weird. Like, you talk to them and then you just run away. They'll just continue their dialogue no matter how far away you run, but the trigger for the quest line has already hit, so it's strange. It's the only time this actually does this in the entire game. But yeah, it works out well. Now we are going to be heading into the well. How do you think the well usually goes?
Pretty well.
May I
Not
say
well. Not well. So we're going to talk to Carlson. He's basically just going to tell us there's a bunch of mutinies in the well and we need them taken care of. So that's what we're going to go do. Now, the nice thing is we are going to get some electro bolts for the crossbow. We are not going to use them here, however. We are going to be saving those for later in the game. We're going to use exactly 2 of them, and that's it. I need to reload. There we go. We're going to do a little skip here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be a problem. Nope, just kidding. We're good. Oh my god. These guys were like dogging me for a second. Alright, I need to kind of like clear these guys all out because they are gonna get in the way. That guy's fine. That guy's gonna get in the way. This guy's... Okay, he's like a 50-50 if he'll get in the way or not. I actually managed to Mario that guy, which is good. Alright, this guy dies, this guy dies, this guy, these two, this guy... Oh, only got... I didn't get either one of them. This guy, that guy. Okay. Now, this gate's gonna raise. This skip is called I Think He's Close. You'll see why.
Oh, no.
Bonked a little bit. Hold, please. You can see why the skip is called I Think He's Close. There we go.
Hey, third time.
Yeah, you got to do that really quickly or that gate will lower, and then you have to like you have to turn a rail in order to lower it, and it's a whole big thing. I'm gonna switch the pistol here. And then this guy. Alright, so to save having to run around, we're just gonna jump. That guy's gonna take a nade because he will get in the way. Now, you cannot stand too close to that platform or this platform will kill you instantly. Ask me how I know that. And then, almost got it. That's kind of a tricky jump because there's a lot of collision there, but you can actually ramp off those stairs and get yourself to the exit a little bit early, which is nice. All right, so that was the well. Actually, all things considered, did not go nearly as badly as it can. I lost 17 seconds there, but that's to be expected. Carlson's going to... Carlson? Oh my god.
He's pulling a sheriff right now.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, every character does this. Just their... Oh wow, I skipped his animation there. That's interesting. That does not happen very often. But yeah, this is where we're going to head back to the very last Kvasir cutscene. So, Kvasir's been pretty good to us so far. He helped us get the defibrillation upgrade, which lets us die twice. And now he's going to give us mind control darts. So if you were to shoot a mind control dart at an enemy, you can control their movement for about 6 or 7 seconds and then they explode. So you can like mind control an enemy into another group of enemies, then blow them up and take them all out. It's fun. However, it is very slow. So we are never going to use it in the run. It's cool, but it is sadly too slow. And thank goodness this is the last time we have to talk to Kvasir, because I love Neil Ross, don't get me wrong. That dude is awesome, but I cannot listen to him do these cutscenes anymore. All right, so we're going to gently park the car. As we are wont to do. It's fine. It's $100 to fix it, chat. It's fine. We could repair the car 36 times with what you've all donated to Gate so far, the cement.
Yes,
So,
my friend. Time to unearth.
we have to basically just sit here for 2.5 minutes. So, Huds, you were saying something earlier about something that was discovered yesterday.
Very powerful.
Yeah, I've even donated $5 to tell you this, because I'm not going to skirt the rules for you. So I donated $5 to tell you all about a brand new skip that was found in Sonic 2 8-bit, which is for the Sega Master System or the Game Gear. A casual player, a wonderful drag queen actually on Twitch called Queen PIB,
Hey!
was playing through some of the classic 8-bit Sonic games on stream, and she was trying to show off like this spike thing at the end of one of the levels at Gimmick Mountain Act 3, and managed to clip into the wall. And it's never been done before. And she came and told us, the speedrunners, and we found that it saves 45 seconds in the level. It takes it from about 1 minute 8 seconds to 23, I think they've got it down to now. Which is it's the biggest time save found in that game in literally years. And now everyone is running the game again within 24 hours to try and get a new world record.
Wow.
Those moments are always really hype when something
Yeah.
new is discovered and like all of a sudden the opportunity to sort of set your name in the history books is opened up. That's a really amazing time.
It's wonderful as well because she found it, and one of the very first things she did was come and join the Classic Sonic Speedrun community server and tell us about it and be like, by the way, I just found this, see if you can replicate it. And within minutes we were replicating it, we had tasks for it and everything. Wonderful, wonderful thing that someone's done for the community there.
Reminds me of Boba Skip from MGS1.
Oh, through the door.
Yep. Yep. Man, it's weird to think that's been so many years ago now. Feels like it just happened.
Do you have anything
Yeah,
Got
else
one
you'd
more
like
for you
to-
for this time.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I guess time for one more.
Yeah, fantastic. We just had a $10 anonymous donation come in, and Anonymous says, in Prey 2017, by clipping out in a specific section, you can find an endgame item skipping nearly the entire main quest line, saving some 40 minutes.
Meta, did you send that one in?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's funny because
yes.
Meta and I both run Prey 2017, and we have both done the run where you grab that item and skip 40 minutes of the game.
Yes, I will actually. Yes, that was me, and I'll
Nice.
expand on it a little bit because the Tiltify message thing is very short. You use the glue gun, which shoots these little blobs out, and you can clip through basically any wall in the game. Another little fun fact is that it only works on the medium graphic settings because otherwise, the collision of the glue blobs works differently.
I actually did not know that. I think I just ran it on medium settings to begin with. So yeah, now we're in Wellspring. We are going to talk to Elizabeth. Now, if you talk to Sally and do what I'm doing right now, you could soft lock the game if you're not careful. Okay, we're good. We didn't soft lock. It's very, very, very rare. I've only ever done it once, and I've been running this game for 4 years almost. But yeah, just gonna get this door open so that way we can get out of here a little bit faster. This is Elizabeth. She's gonna give us the next quest.
You probably have a lot of questions.
Whoop, skip. Thank you. So she's basically gonna tell us to go to prison
That's what I need from
and
you.
save Captain John Marshall, played by the illustrious Stephen Bloom. By the way, Elizabeth is also voiced by Tara Strong. So, Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, if you are familiar. Also a bunch of the Rugrats. Or one of the Rugrats. I think Tommy, actually. Tommy from Rugrats. Meta has no idea what I'm talking about because he's too young to know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I'm not that young. I remember Rugrats.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, we have to go to prison. Now there is such a thing as prison skip. It is a nightmare. I've never actually attempted it. I've seen videos of it. It basically involves putting a bunch of bombs down, driving your car over the top of them, blowing up the cars, and then yeeting yourself over a giant wall in order to get into the prison. It saves 5 seconds, and it's extremely RNG. So we don't do that. Instead, I'm just going to front end this guy because he always gets in my way for some reason. Instead, we're going to go the long way around.
It's a ultra nightmare.
Yes, it's an ultra nightmare. Bottom. Yeah, the prison's just right over here, so it literally does not save that much time, and it is not worth it. IMO. So we're gonna park the car there for some reason. If you stand directly in front of that door while it's opening, by the way, it will kill you, so you have to stand back a little bit while it's opening. And we are now in the Authority Prison. This is another one of the run killers of the game. It's not the biggest run killer, but the section at the very end when we're leaving is very treacherous and is prone to weird behavior. So we're gonna hope it works. I have to break these little battery cells. Now you're supposed to go into that room that just opened, but if you line up right here, you can angle that correctly to hit the battery early and save yourself a couple seconds. You can take that one out. This gate, for whatever reason, takes a little while to lower, so I have to kind of just wait for it. All right, so now that we're through here, I'm going to start killing everything I find because these guys will actually start to follow you, which is very annoying. So, like, that guy has to die. You walk through that one early if you, Ooh. Oh, darn it. I'm just going to go around.
You got a lot of height there. Is that ever been, like, tested? Sort of, like, tripping yourself with the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the Zen and Zio and those guys, they're way better at this game than me. They can do that stuff. I am sadly not that good. Yeah, we're gonna use another RC, do another RC boost here. Take that guy out. This is Steve Bloom. We're gonna grab his trading card inside of this container. Gonna grab that early. All right, so we got a little bit of a skip here. I'm going to hit the button and then bunny hop over here before the lasers come up. That way I can take these guys out as they spawn in. Come on. Hello? Dude. Weird. Okay. It's fine. All right, now, he said let's go. However, if I leave, he's going to start to get dogged on by a guy up here, and Marshall needs to be babysat because if he starts getting shot at, he'll just curl up into a ball and cave, and I need him to follow me, and he won't. And I have lost many runs to that, many runs. So you have to babysit Marshall. He's annoying in that way. It's almost like escort missions suck. Get that guy out. We got another guy over here. Oh, there you are. He jumped down way early. Right, so we're going to get a guy here. I'm going to save at the foot of these stairs because I'm going to do a big old jump over these lasers. Nice. First try. Take that guy out. I saw another set of lasers. Okay. It's fine. We're going to get one guy here. One here. And then... Gotta hang back for a second. Let this guy jump over. If you don't hang back, he might not jump over right away. That actually happened in the practice run the other day. All right, we got one dude. Come on. Oh my god. Okay. Good grief, these guys are being annoying today. Alright, so we've got this authority ship. We're gonna get some enemies popping out of here, so I gotta focus up for a second. Just kidding, that's very easy. Alright, just gonna trigger Marshall's dialogue, and then we are going to set up to skip the very end of this. We're gonna jump onto this gun here, gonna line up here. Now, I'm gonna wait for him to run past because he'll get in the way. I'm gonna do a big jump over here. I'm gonna save again. I'm going to jump onto that little awning right there. Excellent. Ooh. Drop 2 RC cars. I'm going to save again. It's actually going really well so far. Oh, I had to say it. I had to runner's jinx myself. There we go.
Bypass the control panel.
Get over here.
Get at it.
Gonna drop 3 more.
Just a moment.
And we're through.
Nice. Yeah, I love the out of bounds in this game.
It's so good.
It's so cool.
Cool. I can't leave yet. If I leave before the mission is completed, I have to redo the entire prison. So I just need to wait for the thing to pop up, and then we can leave. That went much faster than it normally does. That was only 4 seconds slower than my gold split, mostly because that little skip at the end went pretty well for the most part. Only goofed up the 1 jump. If I hadn't goofed that up, that might have been a gold, which is pretty cool. All right, so we got 2 more missions to do in the Eastern Wasteland before we move into the Northern Wasteland. Or is it the Northern Wasteland and then we move to the Eastern Wasteland? I forget.
I'm glad you made it back.
It's one of them, that's for sure.
It's one of them. I don't know about the Western or the Southern Wastelands. Don't ask me about them. They're not in the game. Yeah, we're just skipping
And in this world,
dialogue here. But yeah, Steve Bloom and Tara Strong. Man, what a iconic pairing right there. To play your 2 cohort here.
you understand how important this is. Excellent.
Now, we are going all the way back to the very beginning of the game, where we exited out of the Ark and met John Goodman. Sorry, Dan Hagar. Keep making that mistake. We're going to fast travel back to the Hagar settlement. Unfortunately, we're not going to talk to John Goodman. Dan Hagar, excuse me. We are going to be just fast traveling there to get back to the beginning section of the game a little bit faster. Because we don't want to have to run or drive that whole way. That's would take way too long. So, going to jump into the car and boogie on out of here. Yes, and Elizabeth's radio is so loud. My God. We'll never get used to that. All right, now rather than having to drive around the whole roadway, it's a little bit faster to jump here. I'm going to save because sometimes this jump goes weird and... Okay, we're good. Sometimes you'll land in a weird spot and die, so... You don't want to have that happen. All right, and then this is where we start at the beginning of the game. So, gonna grab the ID card, and then we can go straight back. We don't even have to wait for the thing to cycle. It'll just do it on its own in the background. And then we're gonna talk to Marshall one more time, and he is going to assign us to another area we've already seen, which you'll see in a second. Hi, hey, there we go. If you want to turn around a little faster, Johnny boy, thank you.
You're gonna make him dizzy, Ding. He's gonna throw up.
Hey, he can turn around the same direction. He's choosing to continuously turn to his left. That's on him. If he kept turning left and right, he wouldn't get nearly as dizzy. This is his fault.
We need that.
And if for nothing else.
There is a way to... There's a pattern you can do for this
my friend.
that does save about 2 or 3 seconds that Zen found a long time ago. I don't remember which specific dialogue you have to skip. So for me, it's just easier to skip everything.
Find that data, and you'll have done it. Remember.
All right, we're going to grab that on our way out, because that is a bunch of ammo and other goodies that we're going to mostly sell for later. And then we head back into the Wasteland. Now we're going to head back to Dead City and do Dead City 2. So remember earlier when I said Dead City 1? Now we get to do Dead City 2. Now, if you ever play this game casually on Steam, I don't know if it has achievements for PS3, but on Steam there are achievements. And the achievement for completing the second Dead City sequence is called Etik Dayad. Do you know why that's significant?
I have no idea. Is that
It
like
is
backwards?
Dead City backwards. And there's a reason why it's called Etik Dayad, and it's Dead City backwards.
Is that because you're running through Dead City in reverse now compared to Dead City 1?
So remember how we went to the left before? Now we're going straight, and we're going to go through this whole area in reverse. So, fun little fact about the development of this game. At one point in time, move out of the way. At one point in time, when they were in development on this, they ran out of budget. And so, things near the end of the game start to fall apart a little bit. And this is one of those areas where they were like, well, we can't make a new area, so we're just going to send them back to Dead City, but have them do it in reverse. So I only have 22 more pop rockets for this entire area, which is a little low. We'll be okay, but I got to be just a little bit conservative with my ammo expenditures. Have to wait a second, or that door will actually deal a tremendous amount of damage to you.
Yeah, Dane, I'm going to need you to pump up that 88% accuracy.
Oh my god.
I'm not going to let you live
best.
that down.
I'll do my best. All right, we're grabbing the pull shots there. That's actually not a huge time save, but it is a little bit important, especially if I'm a little bit low on ammo. We're going to switch to the pull shots. I only have 8 of these total, so I got to be fairly accurate with them because they are a projectile. I'm going to try and get up here. Nice. Dave's having to run around. Alright, so this is the part where Dead City's actually changed a little bit. We've got this battery cell here. So that's the nice thing about the pulse shots is they only have one, you only need to use one shot to actually break these, where the pop rockets you need 2. Okay, that gate has a little bit of lingering hitbox collision there. And we are back to the halfway point that we started at before. Luckily, Dead City 2 is not really a run killer. It is a pretty straightforward sequence. I think maybe I've had one run die here. There's something like weird happening, but that's very, very unusual. This area is really consistent because there's no real skips here, except this one. But this is barely a skip. You can just kind of shoot that battery through the floor, which is nice because then you don't have to like run around and do all that. Yeah, it's like almost framed. Intentional. It's not technically intended, but it's like you can do it. So I mean, close enough. This guy's entertaining because sometimes he'll turn and try and shoot you point blank range with a sniper rifle because apparently the AI in this game does not quite understand why that's a bad idea. He's trying though. He's aiming. He's trying. I'm just too fast. I'm too fast and too bouncy. Alright, this is a weird spot with weird collisions, so I have to like be very careful to jump in the right spot there. Come on, get over. And we are out of Dead City, and we never have to come back here again. Thank goodness. Alright, now unlike the last time when we had to go straight to Kvasir, this one we can go straight back to Wellspring. That is actually the last time we're going to go to Wellspring, because we are now headed into the second area of the game from there. So I'm just gonna kind of weave my way through here. Now, John Marshall's dialogue here is a little weird. We're gonna skip the first part of it. This part right here you can't skip for whatever reason. But then it's gonna get to a point where you can skip the rest of it. We're waiting on the word scrambler, and then we can skip the rest of it. So
this place just isn't safe for you.
I have to stand kind of like right here-ish.
A communication scrambler, which should help mask our exit.
Then we can run up the stairs, skip the rest of his dialogue, and then we are good to head to Subway Town.
Let's go.
This is the Eastern Wasteland. Eastern Wasteland, okay. So we were in the Northern Wasteland. We're going to the Eastern Wasteland. It's not an important detail. It's just one of those things I always seem to forget. Now, if you do need to go back to the Northern Wasteland at any point, because it's a fairly open world game, so you do get, kind of. So you can go back if you need to. You just have to talk to the guy who's controlling the airship to get back. And the guy who's controlling the airship, his name is Charon.
I love it.
They were not subtle with the naming of their characters. The vendor in the first city, his name is Coffer. The guy who transports you between the Northern and Eastern Wastelands, his name is Charon. They weren't being subtle.
Now, Charon, sort of the, the driver to the underworld. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a better term for that. Coffer, I'm
boatsman.
not familiar with. The boatsman.
Yeah,
Coffer,
the
I'm not actually
boatsman.
familiar with. What's the relevance there?
Coffer is a slang term, or not a slang term, but a really, really, really old term to refer to like a bank or a where you keep your money, where you store it for safekeeping.
Today I learned.
Yep. Yeah, you'll sometimes hear in like old history books they'll say the city coffers, where the city keeps their money. That's why it's funny they named the vendor Coffer. All right, so we're kind of stuck in an auto scroller here. We just have to kind of wait for these cutscenes to play through. You're not supposed to be on this side of Marshall here. That's why he's facing that way. But we have to wait for him regardless. So it's just kind of fun to do things like this. Now we're gonna stand in this spot as he walks up. I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna hold forward and left. He's going to try and push us out, but we're gonna stand back up. We're not supposed to be standing here. We're supposed to be behind him, but there's nothing else we can do right now, so we just try and make entertainment for ourselves the way we can. Now that we're through the door, we can have Marshall give us a piggyback ride.
Welcome to our little home. It's a
Give me a piggyback ride, Marshall!
All right, people.
There's dialogue. We're going to run back through the door. He's going to do a bunch of weird movement, touch the screen, move back. We can talk to him. Talk, run away. Now, the guy to the left here, who's in the chair, I have to be very careful to not get too close to him. If I get too close to him, an item I need later on will not spawn, and we need that item badly for the last sequence of the game. The very, very last room. So, this is Saul. Saul blocks the way for some reason. Could you skip your dialogue, please? Okay, now we're going to talk to Redstone. He is going to be our main quest giver for a little while. Gonna grab the bobblehead on his desk. Now, while his first bit of dialogue is going through, we're gonna do our second bit of vendoring. So this is Janny. We're gonna skip her first bit of dialogue. Now, my chat, for whatever reason, seems to really like Janny. I'm not really sure why. I don't know. It's just one of those things anyways. We're going to just kind of sell all of the things that we have. I'm gonna sell, yeah, all of this ammo. And then I need to buy, whoops, there we go. I need to buy the advanced sentry turret. We need to buy, let's see, 6 of these. We need 17 of these, 17 of these. 6 of these. 6 of these. 11 of these. Uh-oh. We have a problem.
Uh-oh. Money issues? Maybe you should have been a bit more careful with those vehicles, eh?
Shut up. I need another barrel.
It's improv time.
A little bit. Can I sell? Oh my god, I had exactly exactly the amount I needed. Yeah. So if I don't have enough to buy all or to build all of the cars that I need, that's fine. I need 6 turrets leaving here. The route is routed with 6 turrets in mind. Okay, I'm only going to be able to make 50 pop rockets. Actually, this might be okay. No, I can only make 30. Okay. How much buckshot do I have? I'm not sure where all my money went. Okay, I'm going to do it. We're going to build all this. This is where we improv a little bit.
business with you. All my stuff is A+ primo.
I'm going to sell.
Can you sell the monocle for like a little bit?
No.
Or is there more extendo grabs?
There's another one. I'm gonna sell the buckshot, and I'm gonna buy. Okay, we're going to
Come back and see me.
be picking up more buckshot as we go throughout the game. Hopefully, that will be
Maybe
enough.
there's some lootable items like around the city.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's going to be like other places where we pick up buckshot, and so we'll be able to craft a little bit more. I just have to be a little bit conservative with my ammo, which is fine. There's places where I can kind of make it up. This is not the first time this has happened where I've had to improvise a little bit on the spot. This is going to be a little bit more than I usually have to, but it's fine. There are ways around it. Like I said, money routing in this run is pretty tight. All right, so we're now heading into the wasteland. This is going to be the longest drive in the entire run, so buckle up. And we're there. I'm a little bit sarcastic in case that wasn't clear, chat. Gonna kind of just travel down here just to save a little time. And this is going to take us into the Blue Line Station. So similar to the very first quest we got in the entire game, where we had to clear out the bandit hideout. Here we have to clear out the Blue Line Station. However, just like in the first one, we're going to skip most of it. So I'm going to bounce into every wall possible, apparently. And this is why I needed 6 of these turrets. We're going to use 1 here, 1 here. We're going to use 2 more later, and then 2 more in a later room. All right, we're going to get 5 more guys running up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 guys. I misspoke. I'm gonna reload. The fat boys. We'll just get up here to get a little bit of a better vantage point. Gonna aim right here because we're gonna get a mutie that runs into that spot. Gonna get one that pops up right here. Down, boy. Gonna get one more here. Sir, thank you. Gonna get one that pops out of the ground right there. I'm gonna reload real quick just to pop. Gonna get that guy. Gonna get another one that pops out from here. Oh, get that one first. And then that one. And this should be the last one here. Never mind. We're out. Yes, sometimes that guy spawns in, sometimes he doesn't. It's seemingly a little bit random. You have to kill a certain number of muties. And then this door opens. Get out of the way. Gonna navigate through here. Take this guy out. He'll get in the way if I don't. Now, this is where we're gonna skip the whole of Blue Line Station. We're gonna get right into the last area. Gonna do a big old jump over here to get out of bounds. Gonna climb up here. This area has got some very weird collision and sometimes doesn't super like to play nice. Come on. Come on. Oh, game, you're killing me here.
That looks tricky, getting that much height.
Yeah, it's because the collision in this spot is just very strange. Come on.
And you don't have much of a... Like, you can't do much of a run-up either, can you? Nice.
There we go. Okay, yeah. Sometimes you get up right away, sometimes you don't. I'm going to save here just in case I fall. It doesn't usually happen, but It doesn't usually happen, but of course it's going to happen here at FPE. There we go. Jump up here, jump up here. Over here. Now, I'm going to switch the difficulty back to Ultra Nightmare for the same reason as before, if you remember from the last time. I'm going to switch to a nade. I'm going to save right here. Going to cook a nade. Jump. Blow myself up. If you try to do that on easy mode, you actually won't take enough damage to die, so you have to. That's why you have to switch the difficulty.
And like, why do it with the grenade instead of like fall damage? Or
fall damage does not trigger
give you
defibrillation,
defib?
so that's the way we
Okay.
trick the game into letting us use defib.
I
There's
see.
a few different ways to do this skip, but this is easily the safest and most consistent way. So I'm going to drop down here. I'm going to save just in case. I don't think I've ever goofed this up, but just want to be careful. And this gets us into the last area. So we skip the entirety of Blue Line Station, including a double mini boss fight that takes forever. So I'm going to drop a turret here. Trigger the dynamite. Drop another turret here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reload. Reload, please. Thank you. 4. Okay, that guy's down. All right, so we're going to have a few guys popping out of various holes in the wall and floor. One up here, one here. We're going to get one guy out of here. One more up here. And then that should be enough to get this door open. Oh, one guy's not dead yet. There we go. Move. And that is Blue Line Station. Okay, all said and done, that didn't go terribly. I've had it go worse before, so I will take that. Now we're going to go back to Subway Town, Crescent City, called a few different things. And we're going to turn this mission back into the foreman, and then Redstone will be happy with us, and then he'll trust us with more important missions. Because this was just a test to make sure that we could make the foreman happy. So, talk to the foreman, hand that in.
Hey, tough guy.
And then talk to Redstone, excuse me. Annoyingly, you have to hit the railing in order to skip his dialogue.
Okay, so this
And sometimes it doesn't skip right away. There we go.
need you to bust into that. Here's what you do.
Redstone's a little buggy. Alright, so we got the management office coming up. This next this next split, excuse me, this next section is called Sukabliat. You'll hear why in a moment. I'm gonna blow that bomb up. Because if we leave that alone, then we might deal a lot of damage later, and I don't want that to happen. Alright, so we're gonna do another couple RC skips here. Oh yeah, we got 19 cars. We're plenty fine. All right, I'm gonna drop 1, 2, 3. Now, if you don't do this, if you just run up the ramp, you're gonna have to do a whole long fight. No, I landed on the rebar, but then I fell off. There we go. All right, so none of the enemies for the fight spawn in, and we're gonna do another one here. This one's weird because I have to do the skip and then start sprinting in midair. And if we did it correctly, we can come all the way over here without anything spawning in or any of the fire that blocks us from starting. All right, so I'm going to save here. I have to get through this door right here before the fire spawns in. This skip is hard. Doing this quickly enough. Oh, I bumped into the wall. There we go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, you can hear why this skip is called what it is, because these guys have like comical Russian accents. a little bit of a Boris and Natasha thing going on. Alright. We're gonna come over here. We don't actually want to go back through this door, but we have to hit a trigger. And then everybody say it with me. Whoop. Oh yeah! That guy breaks through the wall. You would have seen it if I had been a little faster, but... Trying to navigate all the way through here without hitting too much stuff. Now, this guy sometimes will follow me up. It looks like he stayed down there, yeah. Sometimes he'll start getting some pot shots in if he stays behind. Alright, I'm going to try and avoid the bombs here. Nice. And that gets us all the way out of here. God, Gearhead Vault is a nightmare sometimes. Okay. Now we're back at Subway Town. We can head back to Redstone. He's going to give us yet another mission. Now, story-wise, Redstone got backstabbed by the Russians that were in the vault. So he goes, hold on a minute. And then he's like, this is bad. You need to go to the power plant. Chat, who is a fan of power plants in chat? Anybody a fan of power plants? Any
For the
fans
sake
of
of
power
intrigue,
plants?
let's say yes.
Sure. So we're going to go to a power plant. And... complete it. Lore-wise, I don't remember exactly what... I mean, Redstone got betrayed by the Russians and this Russian faction, and they're housed at the power plant, and he's like, go kill all of them, and there's another thing you have to do there. You have to pull a lever to trigger something. I don't remember what it is. It's not really all that important. The story of this game is not... it's not very good. Which is also the case in Rage 2. But the speed tech is very good. Alright, so we're going to switch to the crossbow. The only 2 electro bolts we're going to use. We're going to shoot that one there. And one more here. That's just to lower that that electric gate. And we're never going to use the crossbow again. Now, switching to the shotgun.
There's no scope attachment for the crossbow, isn't there?
Nope. And we have the monocle anyway if we needed it. Take that guy out. All right, so we have... We're going to try and do another RC skip here. It would help if you actually shot the RC cars, Dane. All right, we're up here. I'm going to just pop a bandage. Drop down. Excellent. That right there is deceiving. That's like a 4 to 5 minute time save, versus having to play through this part like normal. It saves a pretty decent chunk of time because there's a whole cutscene you skip by doing that right there. But take these two guys out, please. We're going to drop our last 2 turrets there. And then this is the guy who was kind of the focus point of that cutscene that we skipped. He's dead. And we just have to wait for this to open. I'm on a 14 popper. How am I doing on buckshot? I have no... Oh, I can build more. Oh, thank goodness. Bless. It's like... I think I picked up some buckshot. I can craft a little bit more. Okay, we're back up to 44 pop rockets. That should be enough for most of the rest of the run.
It's much more.
Now, there is an out of bounds you can do here. It is exactly as fast as playing it in bounds. But playing it in bounds is much less risky. So we're going to play it in bounds. But yeah, you can get out of bounds here and skip right out to the end. Instead, we are going to trigger all these traps and just start lobbing pop rockets at everything over here.
What about the swag and the ammo saved? Just think about that.
Yeah, we'd also use a lot.
But most
more RC
importantly,
cars.
the swag.
Oh, there we go. That went much faster than yesterday. All right. We're going to fast travel back to Subway Town. Now, we have, at this point, done our last mission for Redstone. Lore-wise, he's now been pinched by the authority, and he's gone to prison, so we can just go straight to Marshall and talk to him again. And we are going to be going into our last 3 missions of the run. We are quickly coming up on the end, so not a lot of time left for that Metal Gear Solid 3 incentive, just saying. All right, we talk to Marshall.
Yeah.
We're going to go for Fast Lassard.
As the captain has told you, captain's got so
Oh, we got Fast Lassard. Let's go. Fast Lassard saves like 7 seconds because if you don't get Fast Lassard, he spins around and raises himself back up in his high chair every time you have to switch between dialogues. It takes like multiple seconds. So Fast Lassard is... Oh, you saw nothing. You didn't see that. So yeah, we are now headed to Jackal Canyon. Fun fact about Jackal Canyon, 2 fun facts actually. Jackal Canyon is called something else in my live split that I'm not going to repeat. It is also only about 2/3 complete. The developers never actually were able to finish Jackal Canyon. It's only about 2/3 ish complete. You'll see why coming up shortly. There's a part where we can just climb a ladder and we'll be out of bounds. It's very, very, very silly.
That is wild that shipped as a public product.
Budgetary concerns abound. Yes, id Software is a AAA developer, but they still have budget issues like everybody else. So normally you're supposed to push a button in order to lower this fence, or I guess raise this fence, but if you do this better than I'm doing it right now, you can jump over it. There we go. Now, if you're fast enough, which I'm not, you can actually get to this room before these barrels drop. I was nowhere near fast enough to do that. Jump, please. Okay. So we're going to do zipline skip. I'm going to quick save because this can go wrong. Doesn't usually, but let's be careful.
Nice.
Love that skip. You can actually skip both zip lines. It is far, far riskier, and it saves 1 second. So, as in maybe about 2 seconds, but it is not worth it.
I'm
It's
envisioning
not
something
at my
along
level.
the lines of strafing into the air and then extendo grabbing mid-air, something like that.
You're not even extendo grabbing, you're just grabbing it midair. Yeah, I'm going to try and jump onto this door. Okay, cool. Now, Oh no, I fell. No. Okay, if I didn't fall over, I'd actually be able to get out of here a few seconds early. Not a big deal, but it's cool to be able to show that off. Like I said, collision in this game is weird, especially when you're dealing with height differences. That's where things get really wonky. All right, would like to not take as much damage, especially going into this next part. Would like to clear up. There we go. Okay. Please don't damage me. All right, we're at the top of the ladder. I'm gonna save here. I gotta wait for this bomb. Come on. Okay, I'm just gonna jump. Whoops. So, as you can see, I'm just gonna jump and I'm out of bounds now. That's why I waited, because these bombs can push you around, and I'm on a 1 pixel wide little platform here. I'm just gonna be very careful. Okay, I need to actually get a jump here. Gonna drop a nade. Oh, it was so close. I think it was off by like a couple of frames. Dang it! Hold on. This will
awesome.
work.
This is like the opposite of the water bucket in Minecraft.
There we go.
Where you forcefully kill yourself in order to do the defib and bring yourself back. That's awesome.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing. Blowing ourselves up before the fall damage trigger hits. And that skips all of the enemies spawning in there. I got that first try in my gold split, and I don't think I will ever actually beat that split time. I think I'm forever cursed to suffer with a gold split I'll never be able to match. Because getting that first try saves so much time. It saves having to run around the entire internal perimeter of that whole area, which takes not a long time, but it takes time. So yeah, my gold on Jackal Canyon is about 227, and I think my average is like 245. So I'm cursed. All right, so this is Lassard's one and only mission. We've got Portman's mission, which is even faster, and then we're headed into Capital Prime, which is the very last area of the game. Gonna fast travel back to Subway Town. Excuse me. And this is where we are going to, or sorry, after Portman's mission is where we're going to get my favorite weapon. It's not pop rockets, believe it or not. It's actually the very last weapon we're going to use. You'll get to see that in just a second. So we're going to talk to Lassard. We're going to skip back here. That's just to skip all the dialogue. Going to grab that. That is an item we're going to craft for later. By the way, Portman, voiced by Phil Lamar.
I'll give you the explosive charges. Good. And the authority...
Doesn't sound like Phil Lamar, but that is Phil Lamar voicing that guy. Cool. Now we're gonna do a skip for this mission as well. Saves about a minute-ish. Normally, you're supposed to drive down a canyon and through a bunch of winding paths, and you're supposed to run over a bunch of muties, and it's slow. So instead, we're going to skip right to the very end of it. By driving over here, I'm going to park very carefully right up on this little dirt mound right there. Going to jump up here, please. Please. Thank you. Going to save just in case I fall off. And we're going to jump. Oh, come on. I very rarely ever miss this. First try. Oop, that one was bad jump. That was me.
Are you trimping off of like your windshield, basically?
More just kind of a ramp jump. Not so much a trimp, but
fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, all that just to put dynamite on these two little things. First one goes up, and that is that mission done. And now we're just going to turn in the last mission, collect the last mission, and then we are headed to Capital Prime, and that is going to be the whole run. Oh, I paused early. Yeah, if you pause early there as you exit the load screen, you'll get the pause menu instead of the other menu that we wanted. And fun fact, if you're not careful in these elevators, you can actually fall underneath the elevator, which I have done that once. Luckily, it wasn't during a live run, so... We're going to talk to Portman. We can't skip his dialogue, but we can talk to Marshall and skip his first chunk of dialogue, which is kind of nice. This is going to give us the Authority Pulse Cannon. This is my favorite weapon. You'll see why when we get to the very last fight.
From a dead guard.
It looks cool, for one. Like, it just looks cool.
Looks very Doom 3.
Very, yeah. It even has BFG ammo in it that you can switch to. All right, so we're going to, whoops.
You've done a great
There we
job,
go.
soldier.
So we're going to stand back here. We just have to wait for his dialogue to cycle. We're going to wait for his shoulder to do a weird thing.
You'll be able to walk right in.
Right
Uploading them to you now, sir.
there. Okay, he's going to do a little dance. Just going to skip through that dialogue.
But if you are successful at raising them, take
And this is the last mission of the whole game. Well, last main mission anyway. There's plenty of side missions we didn't do, but hit the lever. This lever struggles to be interacted with so often. Drives me batty. All right. And we are driving a Capital Prime. Now would be a great time to send it over to HUDs if you have anything you would like to share with the fine folks at home.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dane. We have a $10 donation from Leaf, who says, power plants are pretty nice because of all the useful electricity. Thank you very much for that donation. That's gone to our Metal Gear Solid 3 incentive. We're at $310, 91 cents of the 350 we need. So close on that one now. That run's going to be coming up in, if I can do some quick maths in my head, around about an hour and a half or so. In fact, even less than that, less than an hour. Actually, I can't do maths in my head, so it turns out. So chat, get your donations in now. Get that incentive met. Not long left to go on that one.
Yeah, $40 for less than an hour. I think that's doable, chat. Especially because it's an upgrade to all characters. And let me tell you, I was on the games committee for this event, and we talked about the all keratins run, and we were all in that meeting very excited to see that. So let's get that incentive met. Let's make that happen. I went the wrong way. I'm so focused on the all keratins upgrade, I turned the wrong direction. Yeah, this is also a little bit of a maze, this internal area. You can't do a lot of strafe hopping here, so unfortunately we kind of have to just run through it. I'm going to hang back for just a second so I can do a little hop through here. Move, get out of the way. Right, I've got 31 pop rockets for this last area. That should be enough. I don't think we're in any danger here. Unless those guys just choose to eat through my entire supply. All right, we're going to switch to the pistol. We're going to drop 3 RC cars. And then this is called Vegas Skip.
I know that
didn't
name.
discover this skip, but I named it. If you played
I
Doom
recognize.
2016, like Meta and I both have, then you'll know why that's called Vegas Skip. We've got 10 muties to kill here. That's 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Thank you. 8, 9, and 10. Hit that button. 14. Oh yeah, we got plenty. We got plenty for the rest. All right, so this coming up is the coolest skip in the run. I said earlier Shrouded Bunker was the second coolest skip. This is the coolest skip. We have to wait for this elevator, so we might as well just take a little joyride. That's us, by the way. There's nothing else we can do here, so we're just waiting for the elevator to finish. Take this guy out. This guy. All right. Chad, this is the coolest skip in the run. I hope you are ready. Gonna quick save. Nice. That is my favorite skip. It's so cool. All right. That saves about a minute-ish from having to run around, and I'm gonna start jumping here. Oh, I missed the trigger for it. Yeah, if you start jumping early, you can actually jump over that gate about a second early, which is Not a significant time save, but every little bit helps. And we're here with 9 pop rockets to go. Very nice. All right, this is where we're going to open the menu. This is an item we picked up at Portman's desk earlier. This is the Authority Augmenter. This is basically the quad damage. Because it's an id Software game, and of course id Software is going to put quad damage into their game because they always do. There we go. You have to hit 3 buttons. Have to hit that one, this one here, then that one there. We'll hit that one, but that's going to be at the halfway point of this next fight. And we have got a horde mode fight here for the very last sequence. So remember how I said that they ran out of budget? This is where you'll see that.
Yeah, this is a little disappointing in my casual playthrough. But
Yeah.
hey, I mean, you know, at least we get some nice little optimized combat.
It's true. And you can actually soft lock this fight if you get unlucky / if you're not careful. But you basically just get these guys spawning out. We're going to get a short-ish wave. Is that one? That should be... Oops, got one more. I'm going to quick save here because, like I said, you can soft lock this part if you are unlucky. If you kill everything too quickly, you will soft lock. So it's quite literally a suffering from success, failing up, etc., etc. But yeah, time is going to be coming up as soon as I push that button in the middle sequence there, or the middle console, excuse me. Right at the end of this little fight. There's one. My first augmenter is expiring now, so I'm going to pop the other one. And that will be coming up in about 10 seconds, I think. And... time.
GG. Very well
And that
played.
is Rage! 80%. We never actually explained what jump fix meant. But if you want to know what jump fix is, then you should come follow me over on my channel where I'll explain it to you one-on-one. Yeah, I stream to twitch.tv/danejerus if you want to follow me there. Meta also streams sometimes, so you should go follow him because he's the community manager for speedrun.com. So go follow him too. Twitch.tv/meta.
I do not stream as much as I used to, but
He doesn't,
but
but
yeah,
I
if you
mean,
want-
neither do I. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run. I had a lot of fun. We've still got another, like, you know, I think we got half the day still left of runs, and we're still raising money for Gate. So send those donations in, and let's get that Metal Gear Solid run upgraded, because I'll be watching for that run, because I love that game. That game is awesome. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the other side. Back to you, Huds.
Thank you so much for that incredible run, Dane. Absolutely loved it. And Meta for the commentary as well. Chat, give them a huge GG and round of applause. And that's going to be it for me as well, because that's my hosting shift done for Fast Pace for Pride 2020.